be doing so much and running, and it just really dawned on me. It's the man that my mom was underage when she consumed me. Anyone who would have been older.
15 and 22. Damn.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Now I can kind of see why he's probably not claiming it, because it looks bad on his reputation, because he has a history. Like if you look at like even Beyonce, like he was in his 30s and Beyonce was barely 19.
The big one was with Beyonce. When he signed that contract, the marriage contract, he got trophies. Trophies came rolling in, buddy. He started getting Grammys left and right.
Jay-Z's alleged son, Rymir, just caught a major W, and guess who's backing him now? None other than 50 Cent. Yeah, Fifth officially stepped in, offering to help Rymir take Jay-Z to court. And this comes right after a judge gave the green light for Rymir to move forward with his case. But now Jay-Z, he's spiraling. Instead of taking that one simple DNA test, he released a wild statement claiming Rymir's been harassing him for years.
So how old was she when you were born?
15 going on 16.
And everything saying that they had met. Now, how old was Jay-Z at the time?
I think like 22.
His legal team is scrambling, even threatening to expose what they're calling Rymir's lies in court. But if Jay's really innocent, why not just swab and move on? Here's where things start getting real dark.
Court documents submitted on June 16th, Jay-Z slams a recent lawsuit that Rymir and Lily filed against him as just the latest in what he says has been decades-long harassment. The documents read, "The fabricated allegations and claims have been addressed."
Whispers are spreading that the real reason Jay keeps dodging that test might be tied to how young Rymir's mom was when everything allegedly happened.
Your father, I really do. And if it's not, why you can't prove me wrong? Like it's not far as a proving me wrong thing. It's go to the courtroom and basically do what everybody else would have to do. Like it's not, you don't have to prove me wrong. I just want the truth. Honestly, I can take a no. I can take, if I'm embarrassed at the end of the day, I can take that. I really can. I've been through a lot, I've seen a lot. I could take me being embarrassed. Like I just can't take nobody not saying nothing. Like, you know, it's not fair.
According to Rymir, his mom, Wanda, wasn't even a legal adult when 22-year-old Jay-Z got her pregnant. That's a serious accusation right there. And it doesn't stop there.
Rymir was shot at. Damn. Somewhere in September. He was in the parking lot with other people near where he's at living now. And out of all the cars there, his was the only one shot up. So we believe that was a nexus or a connection, I believe, between the case and what's going on, because it was around the time.
Remember when Diddy's accuser claimed that Jay-Z was also involved in an incident when she was just 13? So get this, yeah. The woman accusing Jay-Z and Diddy technically dropped her lawsuit, but don't get it twisted. This situation is far from over.
In addition to that, we've had people come to my home in the past, driving on the grass. We have people knocking on the door at 4 o'clock in the morning. We've been through all of it, mostly around the filing time.
She just came back saying she never took back her accusations. The only reason she walked away from the case? She claims Jay-Z sent private investigators to scare her into silence. Now that's shady on a whole different level. But what's even wilder?
So this is a bigger picture than this. We want to try to make a difference with the Pro Se Act or the Legal Abuse Act, bringing new legislation and trying to sit down at the table with the lawmakers to make a difference. In addition to the fact, because, you know, like you said before, Mr. Carter might not never do anything, and I'm sure he probably won't. But it ain't about him. This is about the system allowing things to happen that were very egregious and put our lives at stake in some regards. So I just wanted to say that's what another reason why we were still going to the criminal stuff for the second time. This time the prosecutor's office locally did get involved, but everything is slow moving and things are happening, and you know, it's corruption going on. The law says in New Jersey that if the person who resists to take the test is presumed the father. That's what the law says. Here in New Jersey, anybody who don't want to do it and go away from doing it or prevents from doing it is presumed the father. So right now, he's presumed the father. He's not even alleged.
Almost nobody in the media is talking about this. Seriously, go check for yourself. Major platforms like TMZ and The Shade Room haven't said a single word about this update. It's like there's some kind of hush order when it comes to Jay-Z. You try searching for anything about Rymir on their sites, good luck finding even a headline. And this story's been blowing up on social media for weeks now. But these big name outlets are acting like it never happened.
You know, I'm not a lawyer. They try to use all type of things, res judicata and all type of things to say, hey, whoever was on his birth certificate, that was the, you know what I mean? That was the dad. And that's not how the course works. So we did everything we had to do to, you know, show them that that wasn't. The person I was calling my pop took the DNA test. It was straight out there. Only other name was JayZ. They basically just sawed it and skedaddle. They try to use all this craziness to hold the case up, and I'm like, well, damn, if this was anybody else, I'm like, all right, the first 2 years.
They would have ordered them by now. They do that. Especially, like hey, take the test. Hell, in most cases, you can start drawing child support without a goddamn paternity. It makes them want to come do it.
And it's not just this situation. Same thing went down with the Jane Doe case. Silence, crickets. Not one of those big celeb news blogs touched it. Meanwhile, just last week, a judge tossed out Jay-Z's defamation lawsuit against Tony Busby, the lawyer repping Jane Doe. It's clear now a whole lot of shady business is being swept under the rug.
If it was anything, if y'all felt like we was lying, why y'all ain't dismiss the case with prejudice? Why do y'all keep having us come in there and file and pay all this money and keep filing and filing for years? Why, if y'all didn't see anything wrong with the case, why is it not over? But the only thing I'm asking is, I don't want no money from you. You know, if you don't want to have that relationship, if it was true, that's just on you. You know, I'm just showing you that I'm fighting for what I believe in is right. And I want all the kids and everyone that come behind me. If you missing the parents, it's all about, sometimes that's all you need to know your parents is. You don't need nothing from them. Close the book. It just helped me, you know, go on with my life and just be straight. It's not like I'm looking for anything, looking for you to bring me up where you at or bring me with your family and all. I still got my own family, but I just want you to be like, just think about it. Like, we could have got this, you know, over with, and through all this, I still respect you, even though I might not like you. I respect everybody.
I was gonna say, how do you view him now?
And it's like, and when I say I don't like you, it's not even it's just that I feel like, you know, y'all sit at the top and y'all forgot where y'all came from, and sometimes you got to bring yourself down to the bottom. You can't sit at the top and think all these, you know, I'm rich and all that, and if I go to court, this would affect this, and sometimes you just got to get it over with. If you believe this wasn't true, it would have been over with, you know. And for you to let me just sit here and after all this, my mom passed away, and I'm not saying you physically, but dragging us to court and all that, not taking care of the problem, it's just, you let it happen. So it's like, you could have got this over with. If it wasn't true, we could have, you know, I would apologize. Y'all apologize in front of the world. Hey, it could have been done, but obviously it's something you hide.
And let's be real, most bloggers out here won't dare speak on Jay-Z. It's like they're scared to even whisper his name. But guess who's not scared? 50 Cent. He's been going off straight clowning Jay for ducking that DNA test. Word on the street is 50 actually reached out to Rymir and offered up his own legal squad to help him take Jay to court. That's not just talk. That's power move energy.
JayZ allegedly won't give up his DNA to prove that he is not the father of Rymir Satterthwaite, who is claiming that he is his son, because giving up his DNA could link him to a bunch of murders that he is connected to. The permanent A-list rapper could just provide a DNA sample and get the whole paternity thing out of the way, but then the sample could be used to solve a whole bunch of killings that the rapper has been hinted at being involved in. And again, this allegedly JayZ and Rymir Satterthwaite.
And trust, Jay is feeling the pressure. His legal team is out here doing damage control, scrambling hard to shut Rymir's case down. They're even pushing a whole PR campaign trying to paint Rymir like he's some kind of nut job. But come on, all this money being thrown around just to avoid a simple DNA test? That ain't adding up. This time, Rymir's got momentum on his side, and with the receipts stacking up and 50 riding for him, Jay's corner is looking real shaky. Let's break down 50 Cent's role real quick. He didn't just stay in the background, nope. 50 jumped straight into the drama between Jay-Z and his alleged son Rymir. He started by trolling Jay-Z on Instagram, even pointing out that Jay and Rymir got the same nose. But wait, it gets even hotter. 50 Cent ain't done, he's doubling down. Insiders close to the situation say 50 didn't just troll Jay online, he went straight to Rymir and personally offered the backing of his legal team. Yeah, 50 is now fully in the trenches with him. And then he dropped a cryptic bomb on Instagram. A good lawyer knows the law, a great lawyer knows the judge. Oh, boom, that one post alone sent shockwaves. This ain't just petty beef anymore, this is courtroom chess. Until now, Rymir's case was practically buried. Major media outlets acted like it didn't even exist. But with 50 in the picture, suddenly Jay-Z's team is on full alert, rushing to kill the lawsuit fast and painting Rymir like he's delusional before anything really takes off. Jay just filed new court papers asking a judge to throw out the case completely. In documents pulled by Us Weekly, Jay's lawyers are now calling Rymir's lawsuit part of a decades-long harassment campaign. They're saying these accusations were already tossed out in multiple courts, and that Rymir's refusal to stop landed him in contempt. But here's the twist. Dr. Lily Coley, Rymir's former legal guardian and a paralegal, is now clapping back hard. She says Jay-Z's latest court filing is packed with straight-up lies. According to Dr. Coley, this isn't some made-up story. She said loud and clear, "This story was not fabricated. Wanda's affidavit has been on the court record for years and has never been withdrawn." Dr. Lily Coley didn't hold back. She made it very clear that her testimony is what shaped Rymir's entire understanding of who his father might be. And she's calling cap on Jay-Z's claims about Rymir being held in contempt of court. According to her, nobody involved in this case, not Rymir, not his late mother Wanda, not even herself, has ever been found in contempt. So where's Jay getting that from? But Dr. Coley didn't stop there. She dropped a key piece that's been conveniently left out of the mainstream talk, the paternity issue. It's never been officially resolved in court, not once. She wrote loud and clear, "There has never been a discovery hearing or final ruling that resolves the paternity or other issues." So all this talk about the case being thrown out or settled, it's just spin. And Coley says the public's been fed a twisted version of the truth for years. But there's one more thing that keeps getting buried, and it's major. Nobody wants to talk about how old Rymir's mom Wanda actually was when Jay-Z allegedly got her pregnant. That detail alone flips this whole situation upside down. Let's rewind real quick. Rymir's name first hit the media in early 2015 when it came out that he had filed a paternity suit against Jay-Z the year before, in 2014. That's when things first started getting strange in the courtroom. Rymir and Dr. Coley dropped that first complaint, and ever since, it's been a circus of sealed documents, delays, and confusion. That first complaint, it got shut down fast. But according to Dr. Coley, it wasn't because the case had no merit. It was because Jay-Z and his lawyer, Lisa Fisher, allegedly brought false and fraudulent info into court to kill it early. Still, Rymir didn't back down. In 2018, he came back swinging, filing new court docs accusing Jay of using his fame, fortune, and high-powered lawyers to dodge a paternity test. But this is where things really start to smell foul. Every time Rymir tried to push forward, he got blocked. Why? Because the judge was reportedly told that Rymir's biological father had already been confirmed. But then, plot twist, Rymir got his hands on his own birth certificate. And guess what? No father listed. None. Things got even messier when Rymir found out that some of his own legal team might have been playing dirty, secretly working with Jay-Z's lawyers behind his back. That's betrayal at the highest level. In an interview with The Sun, Rymir opened up, saying he's never even had a fair shot at justice. He claims the courtroom was stacked against him from day one, thanks to legal mistakes and what he calls outright malpractice. And when did he find out about all this? Rymir says his late mom, Wanda, sat him down when he was just 8 years old and told him straight up, Jay-Z was his dad. According to Wanda, it all started with a fling back in 1992 at Jay's aunt's spot in the Brooklyn projects. Wanda always said she and Jay used protection during their brief fling, but it failed. After that one night, Jay-Z vanished. She never saw him again and had no way to contact him. Years later, in 2010, Wanda's health started to crash, and that's when Dr. Lily Coley was officially granted custody of Rymir. Dr. Coley later told The Sun that Wanda got pregnant not long after she met Jay-Z, when she was just 15 or 16 years old. That's already disturbing, but it gets way darker. According to a 2018 lawsuit filed in Philadelphia, Jay-Z's attorney allegedly pulled a move so dirty, it shocked the whole family. While Wanda was hospitalized and recovering from a medicated coma, Jay's legal team reportedly made her sign court papers that removed Lily Coley from the legal petition and replaced her with someone else, without consent. And why? Dr. Coley says it was done for nefarious reasons. That shady maneuver ended up getting the whole case thrown out in Philly. Rymir's family said they'd never seen such blatant corruption, and the emotional toll was devastating. But hold up, it gets even more sinister. After Rymir filed that lawsuit against Jay-Z, he and Dr. Coley appeared on Hip Hop News Uncensored. And that's when they dropped a bombshell. Rymir got shot after going public with the case. And if that's not scary enough, Dr. Coley says strange people started popping up at her door around the same time. Random individuals were allegedly showing up to intimidate her, trying to silence her before she said too much. Dr. Lily Coley made it crystal clear. This fight isn't just about Jay-Z anymore. She said it's about standing up to the system itself and forcing change. This case, to her, is about making sure the rich and powerful can't just bend the legal system to their will and silence the truth. And Rymir, he's not done swinging either. He's now filed a new lawsuit, this time taking aim directly at the New Jersey court system. Yeah, you heard that right. Rymir and Dr. Coley are accusing multiple judges of conspiring with Jay-Z for over a decade to keep shutting his cases down. In this fresh lawsuit, they're claiming Jay straight up lied under oath, telling the court he didn't own any property in New Jersey. Why? So the court would believe it had no jurisdiction over him. But here's the catch. Rymir's team dug up receipts. We're talking property deeds and tax records with Jay-Z's name all over them. That proof completely blows his claim out of the water. The complaint goes even deeper. It names 6 different judges who Rymir says kept insisting Jay didn't own property in New Jersey, when in reality, he did. According to this new filing, Jay-Z allegedly used his money, fame, and connections to manipulate the courts, which is how Rymir's earlier lawsuits kept getting tossed or flat out denied. This thing has taken a disturbing turn. The lawsuit now claims that ever since Rymir started publicly speaking out about what really went down in court, his car was shot at by unknown individuals. And that's not all. Rymir and Dr. Coley say they were being followed in their own neighborhood. Strange cars even rolled onto their lawn at 4 a.m. They believe without a doubt that these intimidation tactics were connected to Jay-Z's camp. Now, Rymir and Lily Coley are suing not just Jay, but the entire court system and multiple judges, accusing them of violating their constitutional rights and blocking a young man from getting the truth and closure he's been chasing for years. They even sat down with Tasha K recently, confirming that Wanda, Rymir's mom, was just 15 or 16 when she got pregnant. And JayZ, he was 22. That age gap is serious. But the court still tried to toss the paternity case, arguing that the man on the birth certificate must be the dad. But guess what? Rymir took a DNA test with that man, and it proved he wasn't the father. And Rymir hit back with a powerful point. If the court really thought he was lying, they could have just dismissed the case with prejudice and ended it for good, but they didn't. He also made it crystal clear. He's not chasing Jay-Z's money. And if Jay-Z really isn't his dad, Rymir says he'll publicly apologize. That's how confident he is in the truth. But here's the wildest part. There's rumbling that Jay-Z's refusal to take that DNA test might not just be about Wanda's age. Word is, there might be something even darker that he doesn't want coming out. This saga is far from over. If you want more deep dives like this, don't forget to like, subscribe, share, and drop a comment with your thoughts. Let's keep this conversation going, and I'll see you on the next one.